Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Rule of Three Offense Podcast. Here's our host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Rule of Three Podcast. And before we jump in today, I'm just going to talk first of all, where you can get the rule of three. Just type in the rule of three offense, three, the number three, or spell out 3.com, and you can find it over there. And you can find all the drills and all the PDFs and all the breakdown and game film and practice film and everything you need to be able to run the rule of three offense. So rule-of-3offense.com is where you will find that. If you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for in-depth thing, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. The one-stop shop for basketball coaches, from a coach, for a coach, save time, save money. Go over and check it out. All right. So today I'm going to talk about the basic rules and the concepts. We've kind of walked through the beginning part, kind of where the rule of three offense came from, kind of the birth of it. I'm going to talk about some of the basic concepts today. Next week, we'll talk about some of the rules for the passer, for the receiver, and those kind of things. And we'll just keep adding to the rule of three offense and, why and some of the effective parts of it and why I think it's an offense that you need definitely in your arsenal. All right. So the basic concept. So let's talk about the basic concepts first. So I'm going to refer to it as a 5-out offense to start with. I think that's the easiest way to kind of talk about it. So there's five perimeter spots, both in corners, both in the wings, top of the key. Everyone's always moving on every pass. So from that standpoint, both the strong, quote unquote, strong side and weak side, the movements are hard. I think I was saying this on the Q&A the other day with some members that had bought the rule of three, that every overplay is a back door, and it's probably the hardest skill to teach. That it's a skill that you're going to have to spend some time in your breakdown and your small sided stuff is on that overplay to play the back door. Every pick, it's a potential slip, so kind of a fake screen and slip to the basket. We run it as 3 dribble max. Again, rule of three dribbles. We have a team coming up now that we might be able to do more than 3 dribbles, but I like, again, the rule of three. I like keeping it simple, 3 dribbles max. If you can't score in 3 dribbles, you're probably not going to be able to attack. We had to do that several years ago because we were over dribbling. Cuts are based on the reader. So here, we're teaching them to play the game. We're not teaching them to be robots. We will be teaching them, talking to them about roles and about shots that they should be taking and shots they shouldn't be taking, all those kind of things that will be later on. But we want them to read. And I'll talk in greater depth about this later, but when they come off the screen, when someone's coming to screen for me, I make the person coming off that screen to stop. So almost the screener and the person coming off are almost shoulder to shoulder, because that teaches them to read. And Coach Morgan said again in the Q&A about, we do a drill where we call it out. We'll call out curl. We'll call out slip. We'll call out slice. We'll call out all the different things. And we really want to keep that lane area open. We want to keep the highway, that paint area open, just because that's where good things happen. That's where we can drive. That's where we can attack. And it's simple. They're learning, and next week we'll talk about some of those basic skills, but they're learning to read and react to the specific things that you're giving. Again, love Rick, love the read and react offense. It's just way too complicated for us to be able to run. Why do we do this? So here's the reasons. Here's the secret sauce behind why we run the rule of 3 offense. Players don't have to memorize plays. Do we have specific things for specific times of the game? Yes. Do we have plays? Do we have quick hitters? Do we have things that we want to do? 100% we do. Things coming out of timeouts, things. But I don't want them to have to memorize 35 plays to come to when, they just won't remember them. Drinking my coffee, and I won't remember them either. They learn how to play, how to react, how to see the specific things. I like it because it's virtually impossible to scout. In what I love about the if you're thinking of getting the rule of 3 offense course and stuff, what I love about it is in our last Q&A, people were asking about zones. We did a post. It works against zone. It works against man. It doesn't matter. It's simple or as complex as you want. If you want to get more layers, if you want to put a post in, if you want to do other things, you can. You can add layers to it. You can add more concepts, but I don't think most teams need those. Most teams need those basic concepts. So I think that's going to be it for this week. Next week, we'll talk about some 3 things. We'll get into definitions. We'll talk about the passers. In coming weeks, we'll talk about the cutters. We'll talk about the weak side. We'll talk about zones and how we handle zones. And we'll tackle all of those things. All right. So again, rule3offense.com if you want to check it out. And have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.